Welcome to Intertwined Stitches. I'm Stephanie, also known as XCO Mom.
I'm Lakshmi, also known as Knitter by Nature.
And you'll notice that we're in a different backdrop. This is my new house, and it's pretty empty, so it might be a little echoey, and there's a whole lot of ceiling above us, but it's what we had for now, so we're making it work.
Yes, so bear with us.
Lakshmi drove all the way over here just so we could record, and to hang out with me, of course.
Of course.
So what have you been working on?
I've been working on mostly spinning. We did have Tour de Fleece last month, and I got a new spindle, so I was like spinning a lot on that. So I've been, so should I start with my spinning?
Sure.
So I spun this Polworth that I got from Wool Gatherings, and it's this pretty blue, gray, and yellow. And I caked it up as soon as I washed it. As soon as it was dry after being washed, I caked it up and started knitting with it right away.
It looks very consistent, very even.
Yeah, it's about a fingering weight. It looks pretty good. It was really fun to spin, and I spun that entirely on my wheel. And then I started knitting this asymmetrical scarf with it. Just so I can watch how the colors play out and stripe and everything. That's most of the fun for knitting with hand spun for me is just watching how the colors blend and how they play out together.
And you have that satisfaction at the end, like, I made this from start to finish.
Yes.
I turned this from hair into something for real.
Entirely from scratch. And you can see how it goes from yellow to like brown and blue, and there's a little bit of purple there, back to blue, gray, and then I'm starting to get to the yellow again. So this has been a fun project, and I didn't use a pattern. I just was increasing on both edges and then decreasing when I started to get to the shape that I wanted. I was increasing on this edge and decreasing on this edge.
So is this all in your head?
Yes, pretty much.
Cool.
Pretty much. It's based on the grandmother's favorite,
Right,
dishcloth pattern, except for it doesn't have the yarn overs. It just has KFBs on the edges.
Nice.
To work on. And then I spun on my new spindle. I spun also some Wool Gatherings. This is some merino bamboo silk that I spun entirely on my spindle.
You plied too?
No, I applied it on my wheel.
Oh, okay.
I spun, it was 4-ounce bump that I spun entirely on the spindle, and it's been so long since I spun like a whole bump of fiber on my spindle.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I was really proud of this, and I love how it came out. It really softened up after washing and kind of.
Does it have silk in there, you said?
Yes, merino, bamboo, and silk.
I can see the sheen.
Very like blue and green, like very like watery.
Yeah, oceany.
Yes, oceany colors.
Definitely summery.
And the other spinning I spun on my spindle entirely is this just fibers. And this is only one ball. I spun 4 balls, and this is how I spun the other one. I spun it on the spindle, then I wound it into a center pole ball, and then after it was in the center pole ball, I spun it on. I applied it on my wheel, and it's currently being plied. The other 2 of the balls are being plied on my wheel as we speak. So I only brought this little ball to show you.
They're spinning themselves. They're spinning as we speak.
But it's kind of hard. I do need to get some more bobbins or some of those bobbins up that I've heard about to help me with flying, because I am getting like a little bit of yarn barf sometimes, and that is not helpful when flying.
No.
But it does come in handy when you come to the end and you have like a lot of yarn on one ball of yarn and you have nothing left on the other one. You can fly from both ends of the skein.
And then you have no waste. What color is that?
This is Cabbage Rose, and this is Merino Sparkle. So it has merino and nylon sparkle. And it's like pink and
greeny blue?
Green and like light blue.
It's pretty.
So, a little bit of green too. Little pops of green. And the other spinning I've spun is I started spinning the bat that Stephanie gave me for my birthday last year. This is all that's left of it because I've been spinning it on my spindle. This is kind of more rustic wool than I'm used to spinning. You can see how like much of the hair, you can see like it has a halo, and it's like oranges and purples and reds and golds and blue. It's called Sunset Over Cornwall or something, right? So that's been a lot of fun, and I'm just
Show your spindle because it's really pretty.
yeah. I think I showed this last time, but this is a spindle I got from Spin City UK on Etsy, and it's got butterflies on it, and the back is green sparkles, and it is chipped a little bit from dropping it, but I don't care. It still works really good, and it spins really well. It spins really nice and even. Well,
Of
not
course,
so
it
much
wobbles when you say
now,
it's
but- and so that's what I've been working on spinning wise. And then I only have one project that I've been crocheting, which is I've been making the prize for our last Cal winner.
Lucky winner.
Yes, she decided that I decided I was going to crochet a softie for the winner, and she chose Jeffrey the Dog pattern by Stacy Truck, and
I like his name.
I started crocheting him, and I started with the head. Of course, directions started with the body, but I started the head because I need to see how he's coming out and how much
He's
character
super
he has.
cute.
And this is his head. So this is a little doggy head I've been working on, and I started the body, but I kind of messed up on it, so I had to start over. But
Wow.
maybe it's way too big. I don't know what happened. The stitch count got off or something. But it's got 3 colors, and I'm using just some Red Heart acrylic that I had from my stash. And he's got brown eyes and a little doggy nose.
Cute.
And so,
Speaking of doggies, I got a puppy a
yay!
week and a half ago. She's sleeping over there. Maybe we'll put a picture of her at the end.
Okay.
But if you hear the jingling, it's her moving about. And if you see me look every time she jingles, it's because I'm terrified she's having a potty accident. So right now she's sleeping soundly. So, I had birthday season come through. We had all 3 birthdays, and we moved, and we got a puppy, and
You've been
it's just
busy.
been a lot. So I made all 3 boys something for their birthday. My middle child's birthday was first, July 11th, and I made him a mouse, the Wee Bonnie Mouse, Bonnie Wee Mouse, Susan Claudino pattern, super cute, and I don't know where he is. My son must have it in his bed or something. And then I made my eldest son, whose birthday was next, the 26th, I made him a Wild Thing with PJs. Also a Susan Claudino pattern. He was super cute. He's on Instagram if you guys want to see the pictures. And then for my tiny baby boy, I kept asking him, what do you want mommy to make you? And he could not find anything he wanted me to make. And then the day before his birthday, right before he's going to bed, he tells me he wants a Buzzy Bee. He was looking through my Rebecca Danger 40 Yards of Fun book, and so I made him a Buzzy Bee.
Oh, he's so adorable.
The one in the book has arms and legs, and I figured, because he's more anatomically correct this way. Buzzy little bee.
And
All
he's
out of
fingering
cotton. Sport.
Sport,
This
okay.
was Shine
Okay.
from Knit Picks. I had a bunch of them, and so he's a buzzy little bee with big eyeballs. He's cute. I like him. And then I have been working on a couple things, but with everything going on, not a whole lot. I had to rip out my nostalgia shawl because I didn't like the way the punky was working up in the lace pattern. So I restarted, and the gray is what I had left from making my son's mouse. It's the Lanayard lacquer colorway. And the black is just a regular Cascade black. So that's super fun. I'm not doing a whole lot on it because every time I get my yarn out, Puppy decides she wants to eat it too, but that's what it looks like. Gray with pops of blue and red.
It's kind of tweedy.
Yeah, sort of. And then just regular black. So there's that. And then I got this book from the library,
Oh yeah,
which
I
is
have
probably
that book.
backwards. And I immediately started a Harry Christmas ornament. It's a sweater. So I have the front and the back done. I just need to attach them and then do the arms
No, be
and the
cute
dupe stitch.
if you put like your son's initials on them.
That's what I'm planning. I'm gonna make one for the whole family and put it on the tree. And then if I have time, I would like to make some for my family for Christmas, for their trees. We'll see.
Yeah.
I also started because there's only 20 Fridays till Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 20 Fridays, folks. That's it. I started a Christmas present for my dear friend, who I don't think watches the show, so I can say it's for my friend Laura. It's out of alpaca. I left the ball band downstairs. I got it from some little LYS in Millerton, New York. It's a pretty cream color, and I'm making the ruche beret. Lakshmi made it before. It's really pretty, and I think it'll look lovely on her. She's got a darker complexion like this girl with dark hair and dark skin, so I've only got, this much done. I just started it yesterday and had to rip it out and start again because I didn't do my increases correct and there were big holes, but I fixed it.
Looks good so far.
So far, so good. I could not find a 16-inch cable, so I'm using a 24-inch cable and just, not magic looping, but that loop where you just move it wherever you want to while you knit. I don't know what that's called. Traveling loop, maybe?
Maybe. Not
So
sure.
I'm doing that because I can't find any 16-inch needles.
And what size needle are you using?
6. It calls for 7, and it calls for DK weight yarn, which I can say this is pretty DK light worsted,
Yeah.
but I didn't like it with the 7s. I thought it was too open, so
Okay.
this is the 6s. It's still fairly open, but should be warm. She lives in Ohio, so it gets pretty chilly there. That's all I have.
Okay.
We might make this in one segment.
Right.
You want to talk about what's going on or what's coming up?
Knitting wise, I was working on that shawl, what was it called? The radiant shawl, but my needle broke, so I'm gonna have to, it came off the needles first off, so I lost a bunch of stitches. Then when it went to put on, back on the needles, the needle broke, so I have to get another one of those. And then I was working on my silk hankies hitchhiker, and I lost that project entirely. I don't know what happened
That's so
to
sad.
it. I took it on a day trip to Rhode Island, and I don't know where it is. So
That's happened to me before, and I'd find it randomly in stuck in a bag or in the trunk of my car or something.
right, that could be what's happening. Yeah, so we're just getting ready for school coming up in about, well, for you it's sooner, but for me it starts September 2nd, so just about 2 weeks from now. And
For us, it's the 28th.
my son's birthday is next week, so still I got most everything. I haven't knit him anything, but he probably doesn't want anything except for maybe another stuffy. He loves his stuffies.
He's very excited about the computer he got for his birthday. He was
Yes, he
telling
got
my
an
boys
early
all
birthday
about
present. He got
it.
an Alienware, so he's very excited.
He said he wept with joy. I said, I bet I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We moved into a new house. I love it to pieces. Yeah. It's a lot of work. I've never had hardwood floors before. I swear to God, I sweep twice a day, and it still is like a whole dustpan full of dirt. But I suppose that's what happens when you have 3 boys and a dog and a husband and cats, and it's never ending. We got a new chicken coop, so the chickens have a new home too. I also posted pictures of Instagram. Posted pictures of it on Instagram. So if you want to check it out, it's on there. My Instagram is the same as my Ravelry's XCO Mom.
Yep, and I'm Knitter by Nature, and if anytime you want to check up on what we're up to, just check out Instagram because we post there pretty frequently.
All the time. Rhinebeck's coming up in a few months.
I already asked for the days off at work. Oh, you know what happened at work? I accidentally set off the hold up alarm at work. It was so embarrassing.
She works
And the
at a grocery
police came
store.
and everything. I can't believe I did that. Yeah. So I asked for those days off at work, so we're definitely gonna go to that.
Did you know that Stitches is the weekend before?
Oh, I didn't
Stitches
know that.
East.
Oh, and where's that?
Hartford.
Oh,
Like 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, so should definitely plan to go to that too.
October's gonna be an expensive month.
Yeah, so it was great to talk to you guys again
And catch up.
Yeah, we'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.
Happy knitting.